Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance by our valedictorian.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which I stand, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon. You may be seated. You may be seated. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We would like to welcome parents, guests to the 2021 Nansemond River High School commencement ceremony. Today we have the opportunity to celebrate the hard work for our graduating class. The group before us has scholarship offers totaling about $3 million. Let's give them a round of applause for that. Also within this group, we have seniors who have competed for state championships, state titles. We have among us students who will continue their education at esteemed colleges such as Harvard University and the United States Military at West Point. To our graduating class, today we get to celebrate you. At this time, we will have the introduction of Superintendent. I'd like to ask Dr. Brooks Buck, School Board Chair, to come forth at this time.
Hooah! I'm an Army wife. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Thank you. I'm excited to be here today to celebrate the accomplishments of the best and brightest young people in Suffolk, Virginia. Under normal circumstances, I would introduce our board and superintendent and move to the next agenda item. However, this year and the last year were far from normal, and the short time it takes to thank our partners will add a few seconds to the program. This is a time of year when savvy public educators are happy to answer the questions, what did you do with our tax dollars? I am pleased to say, open your eyes and see for yourself. Your investment is right here in front of you. The individuals who receive diplomas today will keep this city, this state, and the nation alive and thriving for years to come in existing fields and career fields yet to be created. Even amid a pandemic, 40% of the 1,050 graduates today have completed their coursework with honors. That's an accomplishment. I would call that a great return on your investment. If COVID taught us anything, it taught us the value of a public education and the ways with which it impacts every aspect of the American economy. I'm proud of the partnership that was enhanced between home and school in Suffolk. Though it grew out of great necessity, today we can celebrate the fruits of our labor. Parents, grandparents, other caregivers, and community partners joined with teachers who taught online and offline, often simultaneously, to help students learn. And today, on behalf of the Suffolk Public School Board, the Board of Education, I just want to say thank you. Your elected leaders on the school board represent a large constituency of individuals with diverse opinions and we continually strive to serve in ways that we believe are in the best interest of children and families in the city of Suffolk. I am fortunate enough to work with an exceptional group of 4 retired educators with over 150 years of direct experience in teaching and public administration. Additionally, the members of the board include a business owner with a background in marriage and family counseling, another business owner with a youth nonprofit and mentoring program, and to round out the group, the former mayor of the city of Suffolk, also a former John F. Kennedy English teacher. Board members, please stand as I introduce you. Our school board vice chair representing the Whaleyville Borough, Mrs. Phyllis Byram. Mrs. Karen Jenkins, representing the Cypress Borough. Mrs. Sherry Story, representing the Chuckatuck Borough. Mrs. Loretta Mayo, representing the Holy Neck Borough. Former Mayor Linda T. Johnson, who represents the Sleepy Hole Borough. Mr. Tyrone Riddick is not here today because he was here for the first 2 graduations. He had to go to work. He represents the Sleepy Hole Borough. And I proudly represent the Nansemond Borough. I want to introduce 2 people who have been invaluable in their assistance to us as a school board and to you as students and a community. Here today from the state, from our General Assembly, Delegate Clinton Jenkins. Would you please stand? And from the city of Suffolk, Councilman Lou Ward. Thank you both. Today, I am more than pleased to have been given the task of introducing the newest member of the Suffolk Public Schools leadership team, our superintendent, Dr. John B. Gordon III. Dr. Gordon is a graduate of the University of Virginia with an undergraduate degree in psychology and a Master of Education degree with emphasis in history and social studies. In addition, he earned his postmaster's endorsement in administration and supervision from Virginia Commonwealth University and a Doctor of Education degree from Virginia Tech. For more than 23 years, Dr. Gordon worked with young people in the public schools of Richmond, Fredericksburg, Chesterfield County, and now Suffolk, Virginia. He has held multiple administrative positions in those school systems, beginning his executive journey as a dean of students, then moving through the public education ranks as an assistant principal, a principal, and a director of administrative services. Dr. Gordon worked his way up to the chief of schools position in Chesterfield County, supervising 65 principals before coming to the city of Suffolk. While most individuals would find the positions Dr. Gordon held to be time-consuming and more than enough, he did not. He has served as an adjunct professor in 3 schools of education. Dr. Gordon taught graduate courses at the University of Mary Washington, Eastern Mennonite University, and the University of Virginia. He has also coached basketball and chaired the Virginia High School League. He owns and operates an educational consulting company and has authored a book. Most recently, Dr. Gordon was one of only 17 superintendents to be appointed by the governor to the Education Commission of the states. With all that under his belt, the things that impressed me most about Dr. John B. Gordon III were his character and his genuine care and concern for students and the employees of Suffolk Public Schools. Dr. Gordon understands the cardinal rule of leadership, and that is, if you're leading and no one is following, you're just going for a walk. So when the board gives him tasks, he is quick to say, I'll meet with my team and get back to you. It is always clear that the small idea that he has been given has had input from multiple sources when he returns with an elaborate plan. When COVID-19 became the new reality for us all, He worked diligently with his team of professionals to find ways to lessen stress on students with reduced testing and changes in grading practices, work schedules, and so much more. Dr. Gordon gave scholarships from his own salary to encourage and support student athletes from each high school the first year he was in Suffolk with very little fanfare. A husband and father himself, Dr. Gordon epitomizes the academic preparation, experience, and character traits necessary for a time such as this. I consider it a great honor to present to some and introduce to others Dr. John B. Gordon III, Superintendent of Suffolk Public Schools. Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, Warrior Nation. No, let's try that again. Good afternoon, Warrior Nation. I am Dr. John B. Gordon III, Division Superintendent of Suffolk Public Schools, and I want to be one of the first people to officially say congratulations to the Nansemond River High School graduating class of 2021. All of you can smile and relax now because you made it. For 13 years, you have worked very hard to get to this very moment. All the long hours of being in class, studying, doing homework was all worth it so that you can say you graduated. Even after we had to change our graduation plans twice in 1 week, none of it matters because you made it. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not have to tell you that the Nansemond River High School graduating class of 2021 has been through a lot. As soon as they finally became upperclassmen, a pandemic hit. They lost the ability to see their friends and their favorite teachers every day. They lost their spring sports season, and life as we know it changed. But our warriors did not let that stop them. They showed grit, resilience, and everything that makes them proud to be a Nansemond River warrior. There are so many great things that I can say about Nansemond River High School that would cause me to be here for hours. From our highly respected Project Lead the Way engineering program, to our future leaders and the Teachers for Tomorrow program, to Nansemond River sweeping the first ever city championships for fall sports in football, field hockey, golf, cross country, and volleyball. Now I knew that Nansemond River was where warriors reign, but I did not know it's where champions live too. Please promise me today that this will not be your last stop on achieving and meeting your goals. Promise me, your family, your friends, and the staff at Nansemond River High School that you will become the best college student, a standout member of the military, or the employee of the year in your career. We need more people like you, especially in the school system where we love to hire our own. As a matter of fact, I am going to guarantee you a contract right now, especially if you come back in 4 or 5 years and want to be a teacher. Please see Dr. Brown, Director of Human Resources, for more information. Ladies and gentlemen, we have taught you everything that you need to know. And in the true form of education, we have learned a lot from you too. Please continue to make good choices and decisions. Be a role model to those who follow and live up to the dreams and goals that you have for yourself. Congratulations again to the Nansemond River High School graduating class of 2021. I am also here tonight, this afternoon, to present the second annual Superintendent Scholarship. I am going to give away $333.33 because I'm John B. Gordon III. Every year I ask the administrative teams at our 3 high schools to nominate a student that truly exemplifies what it means to be a Nansemond River warrior. The only criteria that I ask is that the student be in good standing, both academically and behaviorally, and they are involved in extracurricular activities, and that they are great leaders for the school. Ms. Paul provided me with the name of a student that has a 4.18 GPA. That's right. Is super involved in school by participating on the varsity soccer team, marching band, and jazz ensemble. This student has also participated in the Golden Fold mentoring program by Omega Psi-Phi and has completed over 500 community service hours, including spending time reading to our own students at McBen Junior Elementary School. This student has held every office in the Golden Fold, including president, vice president, and treasurer over his 4 years of high school. While in the band, this student served as the trumpet leader. The student also earned his Associate of Science degree in General Studies from Tidewater Community College and a General Studies certificate from Camp Community College. Outstanding. It gives me great pleasure to announce the winner of the Superintendent Scholarship for Nansemond River High School for the graduating class of 2021 is none other than Mr. Marcus Green.
Congratulations, Marcus. At this time, we'll have our salutatorian, Arpan Sathiabalan.
Before I begin, I'd like to thank my friends, my family, and my teachers for all they've done for me over the last 4 years. And I'd like to thank you, members of the audience, for coming here to celebrate with us. According to psychologist Erik Erikson, human development can be divided into 8 major stages. Erikson's theory describes our psychosocial development from birth to old age. He described our adolescent years as identity versus confusion, a time when people begin developing their personal identities. I can certainly attest that my high school experience was filled with confusion. Confusion about who I am, my beliefs, my values, and who I wanted to become. But along the way, through all of my struggles and triumphs, I learned a bit about who I am. Those of you who knew me before high school know that I began freshman year 4 years ago a completely different person than who I am today. 4 years ago, I could never have dreamt of being on this stage today. My gaze was far lower and my ambitions were limited. I was afraid to push myself to my limits. because I did not know who I was. My transformation began with Mrs. Blight's AP Euro class. Before her class, I was able to coast in school without truly exerting myself. She quickly dispelled any illusions of being able to do the same in her class. I still remember the panicked conversation our class had in a group chat after she uploaded her first essay grades. I realized in that moment that I would have to begin fighting for my grades if I wanted to continue succeeding in school. I studied harder than I ever had before that year and managed to get a 5 on the AP test. Thank you. At this point, I had begun to grow academically, but high school still had many lessons to teach me as a person. My horizons began to expand as I met and learned from many new people, students and teachers alike. The rigid beliefs of my childhood were challenged as I learned that the world is not black and white. We live in a world filled with gray, spiting our human search for objective truth, with a sea of moral ambiguity. I learned that friendships require accepting each other in spite of our differences. Indeed, during this time, I made many great friends, many of whom I, at times, disagree with, yet nonetheless hope will continue to be my friends throughout my life. Most importantly, I learned how to stay true to myself, even in this turbulent world. My high school experience was a time of great change, as I learned more about myself and the world around me. But as graduation approached, I began to realize more and more that this is only the beginning. Fellow graduates, we have our whole lives ahead of us. We are still growing into who we are supposed to be. These last few years became some of the most fulfilling years of my life, when I worked every day to learn and grow. As a last word, I urge each of you to fight every day to be the best version of yourself you can be as we transition into this new phase of our lives.
Thank you, Arpon. Our seniors have worked very hard this year applying for scholarships. This is a very time-consuming process that requires perseverance and hard work. It also requires students who have worked hard their entire high school careers to have the qualifications necessary to be eligible for these scholarships. I'm proud to announce this year that so far our students have been awarded over $3 million in scholarships and grants from colleges and community organizations. They continue to come in. In addition to scholarships, this year's graduating class, despite not having the requirement for community service, has logged 11,129 hours of community service and earned 510 special seals on their diplomas. Great job, class of 2021. At this time, we'll have our valedictorian speak.
Hey guys. I'm really honored to be speaking to you guys today. Before I start, I'd like to take a moment to thank my family for always supporting me and doing everything in their power to help me, my friends for reminding me to not take life too seriously, and my Project Lead the Way teacher, Miss Roundtree, and class for always believing in me. I'd also like to thank all the parents, guardians, teachers, and other supporters who have helped us all the last 4 years. Now, I believe a lesson learned should be a lesson shared, and I have learned a valuable lesson the last 4 years. I'm sure we've all heard the quote, "Live in the moment." Despite its popularity, so many of us struggle to do so. The majority of us are constantly worrying about the future. We wonder if we'll be successful, if we'll be happy, if we'll be rich. We work and work and work in the hopes of quieting those worries. And while it's important to work towards a desirable future, if we're not careful, we will sleepwalk through our entire lives, spending our days dreaming for the next thing to happen without realizing we're in the middle of what we once looked forward to. As we embark on our future, we set our eyes on success. And I think that's the secret to staying on our path to success, learning to celebrate every moment and every victory. We must realize that success is not something we are perpetually chasing. Rather, it is something we must look for every day. Each moment of every day gives us its own successes, whether it be big or small, and we should never pass up the opportunity to celebrate. My humble advice to you today is to be diligent in living presently. Congratulate yourself often, and be grateful in every season of life. Right now is a day many of us look forward to for the past 4 years. I ask you to take a moment, soak it in, breathe out, and celebrate yourself. You did it. Congratulations, class of 2021. Thank you.
Dr. Brooks-Buck, Dr. Gordon, Dr. Green, members of the school board, faculty, parents, and friends, I present to you those students who have met their academic and program objectives as prescribed by the Commonwealth of Virginia and Suffolk Public Schools. They are hereby declared candidates for graduation in the Nansemond River High School graduating class of 2021. Candidates for graduation, please come to the stage. Alyssa Kadawa. Arpan Sathiabalan. Sydney Adcock. Haley Adkins. Mackenzie Adkins. Ryan Alder. Ashanti Allen. Justin Allen. Alexis Almendros. Jesse Allspa. Deshaun Alston. Victor Anaya. Harmony Andrews. Torica Augusti. Amaya Bailey. Connor Bales. Cameron Ballinger. Ethan Bandy. Mackenzie Banks. Jordan Barber. Jameer Barnes. Crystal Barrington. Tylee Barrow. Brianna Beeman. Demia Beasley. Lacey Beatty. Jordan Bellamy. Taylor Bennett. Benjamin Beslin. Seth Bassetti. Isaiah Blizzard. Christopher Blunt. Dana Boniface. Gage Boone. Stefan Borgren. Jack Boutot. Karen Bowe. Aaron Brabson. Quindarius Brandon. Omarion Branch. Keishane Bright. Keishane Bright. DeCarl Britt Mabry. Khalil Brooks. Brianna Brown. Logan Brown. William Brown III. Tasia Birch. Jakayla Burrow. Aron Burton. Rakina Bush. Matthew Chafian. Jalen Brombot. Garrison Champney. Taylor Cherry. Brandon Clark. Emily Cole. Alonzo Coleman. Lauren Coleman. Adam Collier Owens. Jamari Collins. Samantha Collins. Jonathan Combs. James Conley. Quincy Connor Jr. Cyrus Corneja. Mary Cosby. Brenna Cotton. Kennedy Cohens. Cyrilla Cross. Elizabeth Colbert. Sine Corey. Patrick Cutler. Michaela D'Amato. David Davis. Ethan Dean. Haley DeGroft. Craig Coombs II. Carmen Del Vecchio. Wade Dempsey. Colby Durst. Jacob Dolzani. Courtney Donnellan. Destiny Duncan. Gwendolyn Dunn. Brianna Dunstan. Emily Dyer. Lauren Edmonds. Jacoby Edwards. Simone Edwards. Garrett Eleanor. Claudia Ellis. Mackenzie Inslee. Omario Evans. Sanaya Evans Chapman. Valerie Farfan. Ashani Falk. Jalen Fetterman. Simone Finner. Michael Fields. Brian Flowers II. Hayden Foreman. Janias Foster. Logan Frickanese. Madeline Friel. Ashley Fry. Kayla Garcia. Kamari Gary. Zael Gatling. India Gay Brown. Evelyn Gerbert. Devin Gill. Donovan Gill. Daniel Gilmore. Lillian Gimetti. Dejanay Godwin. Jawan Goins. Zaria Goolsby. Anari Gordon. Brandon Goulart. Devon Graham. Kanan Graham. Sasha Graves. Charles Green. Marcus Green. Takaya Green. Alex Gregg. Andrew Gregory. Ebony Griffith. Megan Grobe. Blake Guthrie. Zaneb Haji. Isaiah Hamza. Hope Hannon. Amaya Harding. Reed Harris. Nia Hayes. Denario Height Simmons. Nicholas Hernandez. Noah Heron. Haley Hill. McCoy Hubbard. Toby Hudspeth. Derek Hurdle. Shania Hurdle. Alexandria Jackson. Terry Jackson. Darren James. Gabriel James. Tasia Jernigan. Tavon Johnson. Thomas Johnson II. Tristan Page Johnson. Jasmine Jones. Taylor Jones. Jasia Jordan. Hezekiah Joseph. Justin Joseph. Derek Joy. Esther Julian, Cameron Kane, Lukian Karloff, Taylor Kesey, Madison Kenyon, Lily Kirk, Madeline Knight, K. Rhodes Kreider III, Jesse Landoff, Christian Larty, Anthony Lawrence, Darius Lawrence, Mariah Lavelle, Aiden Ledgard, Desmond Lee, Alexandra Lehman, David Lewis Jr., Alexandria Lay, Cameron Lindsay, Kendall Littlejohn, Diana Locke, Muriel Locke, Malachi Locker, Anaya Logan, Leandro Lopez, Manuel Lopez Fuentes, Jayshawn Lawrence, Cecilia Lucero, Alexa Lyons, Adrian Magallanes, Natalie Mahler, Kobe Majette, Morgan Malinish, Asia Manley, Devin Manning, Maggie Matthews, Sanae Maddox, Nicholas Maurer, Tristan Maurer, Joy Moss, Jacob May, Kiesia Mayfield, Amari McLean, Sydney McCown, Victoria McCowan, Taylor McCoy, Evelyn McCusker, Andrew McDougall, Breland McDowell Jr., Michaela McNeil, Cody McQueen. Zadrell McQuilla. Olivia Miller. Dwayne Miller. Kiera Malo. Megan Minyard. Alyssa Mitchell. Sophie Mitchell. Kyle Monroe. Kiera Moody. Brendan Moore. Selena Moore. Deandra Moore. Trustin Moore. Ezekiel Moreno. Kayla Morris. Malachi Morrison. Edwin Mulero Jr. Amarion Mullins. Sean Murphy. Jalen Newby. Kaylin Newby. Ayana Northern. Quiana Northern. Joseph Oblisk. Brendan Old. Caleb Olds. Kayla Oliver. Nino Oliver Jr. Kennedy Palmera. Asia Payne. Kayla Payne. Maya Paraska. Imani Parker. Juliana Parker. Zanaya Parker. Peyton Payne. Caleb Peel. Malcolm Perry. Ryan Phelps. Jada Phillips. Jasmine Pierce. Jada Pierce. Cameron Pittman. Aiden Petruchny. Kishara Pork. Azaria Porter. Ella Powell. Matthew Prevet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Layla Price. Jacob Prosper. Alex Quigley. Jacqueline Rangel. Evan Rawls. Dalen Rose. Ivy Wren. Brandon Roan. Derek Rebel. Jaden Raleigh. Joed Rivera. Deron Robinson Jr. Solomon Uriah Robinson. Vincent Rogers Jr. Zaire Rogers. Jade Rogers. Megan Rawlings. Holly Romanelli. Tavion Ruffin. Jacob Ruxtella. Caitlin Russell. Nicholas Russell. Kevin Sadler Jr. Adriana Sager. Angel Santos V. Austin Satterfield. Landon Schneider. Skylar Scott. Teresa Scott. Tia Seawright. Michael Sellers. Daryush Shahiri. Tiana Shannon. Javon Sharon. Layla Shrewtrump. Lorraine Silcott. Christian Siniskowski. Tavares Sinkler. Mercedes Small. Aaliyah Smith. Dominique Smith, Jr. Imani Smith. Jada Smith. Lawson Smith. Madison Sutu. Julian Soriano. Sullivan Spurlick. Mason Spearoff. Tyandre Spotwood. Javier St. Louis. Kyle Stearns. Kamari Stevens. Chase Stewart. Taylor Stewart. Mark Stegbauer Jr. Xander Stout. Blair Stovall. Jaquan Stringer. Alexander Sutton. Brianna Sutton. James Swain. Chloe Swarta. Jordan Talbert. Siani Telefero. Carlos Tankert. Micah Taylor. Olivia Taylor. Allie Temple. Dion Thomas Jr. Amber Thomason. Azaria Kachik. Keith Travis Jr. Alyssa Upton. Alexandra Valencia. Gina Van Hemmel. Antonio Vitullo. Jalea Waller. Michael Webb. Colby Welch. Leroy Westcott III. Clarence Whitelaw. Shalon Whitfield. Tierra Whitfield. Connor Whitworth. Benjamin Weikert IV. Jalen Wiggins. Toby Wild. Cameron Wilkins. Anaja Williams. Connor Williams. Alita Williams. Jillian Williams. Jaden Williams. Cole Williams. Lanaya Williams. Omar Williams Jr. Zarian Williams. Zarian Williams. Emma Williamson. Luke Williamson. Taylor Willis. Chase Wilson. Jameer Wilson. Sanaa Wilson. Ronald Samuel Wolf. Adriana Wood. Ayana Worrell. Jalen Young. Christina Zachary. Stanley Zing.
Wow. Again, congratulations to the class of 2021. School Board Chair Dr. Brooks Buck, school board members Dr. Gordon, faculty, parents, guests, last but certainly not least, the class of 2021. It is my esteemed pleasure to stand before you this afternoon to offer just a few encouraging words as you move on to the next chapter in your life. 4 years ago, the majority of you entered Nansemond River High School as ninth graders as you transitioned from being together at John Yates Middle School. When entering Nansemond River High School, some of you were nervous, others may have been excited. For some, the reality may not have set in that you had finally made it to high school. Then comes your first sporting event, then comes your first homecoming, then comes your first pep rally. All of this going on while you're diligently working to maintain passing grades, and for some, keeping up with what's going on socially at school. Now here you are 4 years later, ready to walk across stage to enter the next chapter of your life. It goes without saying that this journey may not have necessarily been a walk in the park. Within the last 4 years, I'm pretty sure there were some ups, some downs, some late nights, some early mornings. There may have been some arguments, disagreements, tears, and frustration. But one thing is for sure, you did not give up, and I'm proud of you for that. Now, we do recognize that the last 14 to 15 months have been different from years past, but you survived it all. You persevered. You navigated online learning. Some had to participate in recovery. Some were ignoring calls from Ms. Skinner because she was trying to get you to participate in recovery. Some may have had to ask teachers for a little bit of grace because you may have missed a deadline. But again, you did not give up. I would like to take a moment to thank the parents. We all had to navigate this new territory with virtual learning, but you remained patient with your student, you remained patient with our teachers, as well as administration, and we want to publicly thank you for that. I would be remiss if I didn't take the time to thank the staff of Nansemond River High School for supporting this class of students. Coming in as a principal, we have been on this journey together. We've worked, and you've worked your hardest to see this group succeed, and I publicly thank you for your work. I would also like to thank the admin team at Nansemond River High School. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Warrior Dream Team. If it needs to get done, this group will get it done. Publicly, thank you. Two more thoughts to the class of 2021. The first thought, there's a sacrifice to greatness. You may have to sacrifice your time, you may have to sacrifice your sleep, you may even have to sacrifice skipping that party with your friends. There's a saying that something has to give. To achieve greatness, something will have to give, and I'm confident that greatness exists amongst this group. My second thought is something I remind myself of all the time. It won't be easy, but it will definitely be worth it. As you move on to the next chapter of your life, whether that be school, work, or even joining the armed services. At this time, with the class of 2021, if you plan on pursuing the armed service, I would ask that you stand at this time. Any branch of the military. I thank you in advance for your service to our country. Moving forward, you will face challenges and things won't always turn out your way. But always remember that it's better to sacrifice now to gain the reward in the end. And to be honest, you appreciate things more when you struggle a little. At this time, we will have Dr. Corey McCray come forth with a special presentation.
Well, good afternoon, and once again, congratulations to tonight's graduating students. So again, so much in front of you. I'm extremely proud of you all, having worked in Suffolk Public Schools for a long time myself. I am Dr. Corey McCray, the interim president of Paul D. Camp Community College. On behalf of camp's administrators, faculty, and staff, it is my honor to recognize the Nansemond River graduate who has achieved a college credential from camp this year. Camp's dual enrollment agreement with the high schools in our service area provides a plan for students to earn a college degree or certificate along with their high school graduation. Governor Ralph Northam has authorized the issuance of special medallions recognizing those students graduating from a dual enrollment program with a general education certificate or an associate's degree. Students were also recognized at our commencement on May 14th during the camp graduation. It is with great honor that the Camp Community College recognizes tonight's student who is, and I've had the great honor of meeting this student myself, who's earned an associate's degree in arts and science and general studies. With no further ado, I'd like to call up Mr. Marcus Green. Congratulations, Marcus, on your Associates of Arts and Sciences and General Studies from Camp Community College. Marcus graduates magna cum laude.
I'll wait till he get back. All right, we've reached that point. Class of 2021 from Nansemond River High School, I would ask that you stand. Dr. Brooks Buck, school board members, and Dr. Gordon, by the power granted to me by the Commonwealth of Virginia, I declare that you, the class of 2021, have met the requirements set forth by the Commonwealth of Virginia and Suffolk Public Schools. You are now officially graduates of Nansemond River High School. You may turn your tassels. Again, congratulations.